Muy buenas a todos, aquí Recaldé nuevamente con un capítulo más de Banishers, Ghost of New Eden. Estamos donde lo dejamos. Llegamos a este pueblo o la aldea de los parados, donde tienen protecciones contra los espíritus. Vemos que en las diferentes casas hay diferentes protecciones, en la entrada también había protección. Así que vamos a investigar un poco, a ver qué nos encontramos.
Oh there! Anyone home? Where did they go?
¿No están o se están escondiendo? Tener la protección esa contra los espíritus, en teoría deberían estar bien. Viendo para qué me voy a hacer. No se ve nada raro. No se ve a nadie adentro.
The well, recently sealed. Below, it feels off.
Smells off too.
Está todo abandonado. Hmm. Nadie. Extraña, extraña.
It's locked. There must be a key.
Haskell, though it bring demons down in great wrath upon my soul, to pray. That from their foggy fury they be freed, to return in glory to their faith. I, Fairfax Haskell, though it bring demons down in great wrath upon my soul. Friends, find fortitude in our success. Exiled from our homes by the devil's machinations, we congregate before the Lord in this new meeting house. We gather, we worship, we overcome. And we shall be well protected by the holy ward my son now makes under my instruction. For I have spent hours countless in your service, poring through books and papers, devouring the oeuvre of my peers, that our meeting house be safe.
Fairfax Haskell, for whom the word pompous was invented.
Half built? Yes. Open to the four winds? Yes. But already it is resplendent with our faith, a shining reminder of our renewed belief in better days. McCraith, Mr. McCraith. I thought you. What happy portent, what most excellent news. What blessings. I applaud your valorous deeds. O fate, I say, dead sir, I thought you dead.
Maybe I am.
Do not make light of such matters, my friend, for the devil's wrath is wide awake, and his claw scratches at our door, metaphorically speaking.
I'm alive. I promise.
My friends, I shall deliver this sermon another time. The battle with the devil's legions is ongoing, and Mr. McCraith and I have much to discuss.
Esa es toda la gente que estaba en nuevo.
Thank you, Lammy. Behold this miracle of ours, Mr. McCraith. Exiled we, yet in our darkest hour we find the moral vigor to build this humble monument to resilience. But you and I must speak of darker matters. For we, erudite men of higher learning, know that evil yet walks. There is much work to be done.
Indeed there is.
Yes, yes. Forgive the inelegance of my welcome. You are alone. Do I surmise that Miss Duarte is no more?
Prefiero no hablar de ello. Tendría que haber sido yo.
It should have been me.
The Lord is near unto them that are of a contrite heart, and will save such as be afflicted in spirit. I'm so sorry for your loss. Grief is a journey, long and painful, but you do not walk the road alone, I promise you.
Oh, I know. I know.
In time, God healed my wounds. May you too find peace. Now, I regret that even at this most burdensome time for you, I must move with haste to business and beg once more for your help.
¿Qué está pasando?
What's going on? It must be serious if you're asking for my help.
Since your defeat at the meeting house, the devil, heartened and emboldened, goes from strength to strength. He insinuates himself among my people, reveling in the suffering of the disease he unleashes upon us. It pits one against the other. Suspicion tears this community apart once again. All this to weaken my people and lead them away from the light of God.
In times of disease, you need doctors, and I'm no doctor.
We'll not treat the symptoms, we'll tear out the root. An agent of the devil walks among us. A witch? You
must find her, or him, as it may be. You and I share great expertise, but I'm a man of position, while you, sir, are much more familiar with field work. Go, meet my people, walk amongst them, learn which of them secretly serves the demon, that we may expunge this evil malady from our body politic.
Te hace pensar que hay una bruja. Ve, mira que me sale el retrato. Ah, esto arrancó un caso de presencia. Interesante. Ah, mira, hay 3 casos de presencia adicional en los bosques oscuros y vimos que hay 3 iconos de misiones. Interesante.
What makes you think there is a witch at work here?
I, sir, am a man of God and intellect. I can read the signs. When a so-called mystery disease afflicts half of my people overnight, there can be only one culprit. 'Tis the devil's doing, sir. Probably through one of his servants. For you see, I understood immediately that the water in the well had been tainted. There are no strangers here. You could self-accept it. No one has fled. The guilty woman, or man, I suppose, remains within the village. As evil walks, the evil are emboldened, but this witch shall see her downfall. Or his, of course, as did the last one, as will the next. Some years ago, you may have heard tell of this, I made my name on the execution of a terrible witch. It pains me that I must do it once more.
This illness, tell me of it.
Upon my arrival here in the Harrows, I immediately set about protecting the place with consecrated tokens. Safeguarded from the curse, we all felt safer, for a time. Then some devil poisoned the well, our only source of water. Someone on the inside, mind.
Spoiled water proves nothing.
A wise point and well made, Banisher, if not for the fact that we have been, for months on end, under the obvious influence of a terrible curse. One way or another, the devil has found an agent among us, and who knows what nefarious ill-doing old Black Spy plans next.
No me suba la voz de Apucho.
I noted your ghost wards with some interest.
Ghost wards, an interesting name. I call them sanctifiers, a name more palatable to my flock.
This requires a great deal of occult knowledge. Where did you learn your craft?
Etienne Roulet, one of the greatest demonologists of our time, is a good friend of mine. I improved upon his work.
Why did you not use them in New Eden when the curse began?
It was more complicated to convince the whole congregation of the necessity to use magic. Here, people have more trust in my unmovable probity.
A man in your position must know what goes on in his own community.
Why, of course, I know all that there is to know. Or near enough. Ask your questions, sir. Ask away.
How goes the colony?
Sir, the body politic bears a heavy weight. Not content with weakening their flesh, the devil's evil attacks the people's hearts and minds. Until you expose the culprit, the harmony of this divinely beautiful commonwealth shall remain marred by suspicion and mistrust. Long story shortened, people are not getting along.
How did you, a man of position and faith, become a demonologist?
Ah, yes. If you'll indulge me for a moment, I shall explain in the briefest manner possible. Though blessed with intellect and no little faith, I also had privilege. I had the means for an education, time and place with which to study. For a time, my father was a pupil of Henry Boggart, the great demonologist. He had the books, I had the aptitude. When he passed, I donned his mantle. My father taught me about duty. I have gifts, faith, intellect, position. I must protect them. I must use them to protect my people. This is my duty. This is my burden.
Your son, how would you describe him?
Lamentation? How would I describe him? Well, he's curious, inquisitive, I mean, as opposed to peculiar. Although he has his moments there, too. I tried to teach him demonology, to make him the third generation of witch hunters. But he revealed no disposition. Occult knowledge could only obfuscate his good nature. At heart, he is a naive boy who reads a lot and doesn't say much.
Suena que se va a ser el...
I am no witch hunter. My business is with the lingering dead.
For a fee, yes, I know. But you can't deny evil practitioners exist. A few years ago, I had to cleanse this community from such a threat.
Why would she curse your colony?
Why would anyone choose to separate from God's flock? I'm afraid some just want to see the world burn, Mr. McCraith. By the grace and charity of the good Lord, she was exposed. It was my honor to serve him in sending her to hell where she belonged. Her mask was a good one, as if butter would not melt upon her tongue. But you cannot fool a man of faith and intellect. No, sir, you cannot.
You'll not mind me saying it, but for a Puritan paradise, you seem to get more than your fair share of witches.
God has not forsaken us, but someone here does the devil's work. Find me a witch, Mr. McCraith. Return this place to the Lord.
I'm a working man, Governor, but the Lord does seem happy to pay, so I'll do what I can. I'll take my leave of you, Governor.
Of course. Outside, you must take the stairs. While you're with us, the first house on the left shall be your home.
Ok, pista obtenida. Hace unos años, para proteger mi vida, el gobernador Haskell juzgó y condenó a una bruja. Varios casos de presencia en esta comunidad.
Another witch hunt.
That just tells me he's hiding something. Mind you, I'd like to know what's causing the sickness.
Good day to you, madam.
Richard? That you?
Afraid not, ma'am. Red McCraith, I'm a banisher.
Is that a breed of doctor I've not heard of? I need no bandages.
Not exactly, no.
What brings you here, Doctor?
I'm starting to wonder myself. I'm a banisher. I'm here to help the colony. I'm to lift the curse.
That'll be nice. What colour did you say your name was?
Red, ma'am. Red McCraith.
You, young man, have a tongue as refined as your appearance is rough. I'm Hepzibah Perkins. Goody Perkins to you.
What's new round and about? Do you know?
I'm not the crier. I've neither the voice nor the memory for it.
What can you tell me of Governor Haskell? What's your view of him?
Oh, he's such a clever man. Listens keenly. He is vain, though. These men are often very, very lonely, you know.
Do you know Lamentation? Lammy Haskell, the governor's son. What think you of him?
Oh, he's a good boy. Like his father in that respect.
How are things in the Harrows?
Folk are upset. The governor says there's a witch. That would explain all the death and disease. And what have you. I only leave the house to attend service. For God has granted me wisdom and mercy.
They seem a strange question, but have you noticed anyone acting strange?
Strange, you say? Who of late has not been acting strange? Well, there's always the alewife. I can't remember her name. She's furtive. She wanders.
I'll bid you good day, Goody Perkins.
May God grant you grace, Mr. McWraith.
Que la tabernera, ¿Esto lo puedo correr? No. Y acá nosotros pasamos corriendo porque escuchamos a este man, pero nos faltó ver si por acá hay cositas. Unas cosas para romper por allá, pero no veo entrada. Que pasamos, creo que fue esta casi semana, no sé qué trabajar en antorcha, ya vi. ¿Por qué no me deja cambiar? Hay algo. Ajá. Ah, no, ese es el coso ese que... No me deja cambiar a ella.
I'm glad you're here too.
You're the governor's son, right?
Yes, sir. Lamentation Haskell.
Lamentation?
Friends call me Lammy. Or they would if I had any. Please, call me Lammy. I have so many questions, sir. So many questions. But I suspect this is not the time.
No, not the time. But perhaps you may help me anyway.
Me? Why, if I can help, I'd be honored.
So tell me, Lammy, what do you do?
What?
How do you spend your days?
I assist my father, especially with the ghost wards. That keeps me very busy. When I can, I continue my research into the mysteries of life. Wildlife, mostly. If I can find any. Those that aren't dead have left New Eden, and who can blame them?
Must be hard, being the governor's son and all.
Is it? I don't know. I've never been anyone else's son.
Hard to grow up in his shadow, I would have thought.
Only if you like the attention, not me. I just want to read books and learn stuff. People leave me alone mostly. I like that. Mostly.
Your father spoke of the pestilence.
He did? Then, sir, you know as much as I do.
If you have an opinion of your own, I'd be glad to hear it.
Since you ask it, I believe a thing most vile assails us. An evil of origin unknown and perhaps unknowable.
So the pestilence is part of the curse?
Yes. Of course, the curse. Of course it's the curse. What else could it be?
Those ghost wards are quite unique.
They are, aren't they? Conceived by Etienne Roulet, but made by my father. Do you use them as well in your line of work?
Not really. I mostly talk to ghosts. I don't repel them.
Of course. Still, each tool has its purpose, and these troubled times we need all the tools we can get. Magic is glorious when wielded by the righteous.
You seem to know a lot about it.
Oh, if only, sir, if only. I'm still learning. Many of the subtleties and nuances escape me yet.
¿Qué fue eso?
Your father believes there is a Harrow's witch. Have you noticed anyone acting strange?
I'd answer, sir, I surely would, only things being as they are, everyone is acting strange. The curse brought illness, illness brought division, division has led to strife. We could do with some healing, sir, we could. We need you to bring us peace.
Good day to you, Lammy.
Good day to you, sir.
Ghost ward. I think you can safely knock it over.
La llave. Eso no era lo que quería. Esto sí. La maldición de New Eden, un largo invierno. He escrito ya sobre el invierno que nunca terminó. A veces pierdo la noción del tiempo, por eso guardo estas páginas hasta el día en que se las daré al viento, para que sea testigo de lo que nos pasó. 1694. La enfermedad se cernía sobre nosotros. Las gallinas murieron primero, luego los terneros y corderos. Las cosechas fueron malas en verano. El otoño fue gris y frío. Los ancianos empezaron a morir. Lo recuerdo, creo que fue en octubre cuando enterramos a los Hutchinson. Una familia entera se llevó la enfermedad en 2 días, niños y adultos por igual. Luego fue el incendio en los muelles. ¿O fue antes? Ya es difícil de recordar. El miedo crecía y se tomó la decisión de enviar a los niños lejos, por precaución. El gobernador Haskell ordenó que los niños fueran enviados lejos. Dickskin Newsmith y Nicholas Doolan aceptaron llevar a los jóvenes a Boston. Fue en diciembre, lo recuerdo porque ese día escribí una larga página en mi diario. El 7 de diciembre el frío ya era terrible entonces y no hizo más que empeorar. La primavera nunca llegó. Según mi nota ya estamos en mayo y hay nieve y hielo por todas partes. Nuestro único visitante durante todos estos meses es ese amigo francés del gobernador, Etienne Roulet, y ahora ni siquiera él puede irse. El ministro Davenport ha dejado de dirigir oraciones y orientación en la iglesia. Todos los supervivientes tienen hambre y frío. Pronto debería llegar ayuda en barco. Desterradores de Europa. Me pregunto si alguna vez podrán irse como el resto de nosotros. Lucy D. Ah, claro, no puedo cambiar a Antea porque... Por lo que están todos esos cosas antifantasmas. Claro, por tener tantos de estas cosas. no se puede manifestar. La madre. A ver, vamos a la última casa. Podríamos tocar la puerta. Empecemos desde acá abajo. Ok, están abiertas, entonces ya las visitamos. Veamos quién anda por acá.
There might be a way to open this door from the other side.
Diario de Hugh Bachelor, página 1, 5 de agosto del 86. Creo que nuestra mudanza a New Eden ha sido algo bueno. En Boston, Marcy no era apreciada. Incluso la rechazaban. Esta gente no entiende nada. Aquí nos espera una nueva vida y la gente de esta pequeña ciudad parece más piadosa que nuestros antiguos vecinos. Estoy seguro de que Marcy será escuchada. Diario Hugh Bachelor, página 2, 16 de septiembre. Nuestros primeros meses en New Eden han ido bien. Marcy se ha integrado bastante bien, la gente habla con ella y aunque a veces están un poco confusos por sus palabras, no la juzgan y parecen creerla cuando hablan de sus visiones. Eso es porque son verdaderos puritanos, verdaderos súbditos de Dios. 28 de septiembre. Hoy Marcy se ha negado a salir y apenas me ha hablado encerrada en sus pensamientos. Creo que el Señor se está comunicando con ella. A veces me recuerda a nuestra madre. Aunque no tuviera visiones divinas, en sus ojos brillaba el mismo resplandor, el mismo brillo de santidad. A veces me decepciona un poco no haber heredado la sabiduría de nuestra madre, pero al final es mejor así. Puede que no sea el interlocutor directo de Dios, pero soy el protector de su portavoz. 2 de octubre. Padre y madre estarían orgullosos de vernos. Marcy discute con nuestros compañeros y mi reputación crece día a día. Me estoy convirtiendo en un hombre respetable en nuestra comunidad. A veces echo de menos a nuestros padres y desearía que no se hubieran ido tan jóvenes. Ojalá no hubiera tenido que cuidar de Marcy cuando tuve edad para casarme, pero ese era mi destino, y hoy lo entiendo porque hoy Marcy y yo formamos un dúo divino, la palabra de Dios y su intérprete. Y cuando muramos estaremos a la derecha de nuestro Señor, orgulloso de lo que hemos logrado durante nuestro tiempo en la tierra. Ok. Alright. No. Ok. ¿Cómo puedo abrir la puerta? Que por ir desde el otro lado. Pero... No veo forma. Ah, que es el coso el que cogió la llave. Por aquí había alguien caminando. ¿Quién era? Oye, tú. Hola.
Good day to you, Mr. McWraith. I'd wish you the same if I knew your name, sir. Ishmael Law. I have seen you in the meeting house. I have recognized the markings on your hands. I would have liked to have been a banisher, to tackle with the mysteries of our world. That must be something. You wanted to be a banisher? That's unusual. As a child, I met a banisher. I was impressed by the marks on his hands, the assurance in his demeanor. He made me feel safe. You do God's work, though you know it or not. Like Charles Davenport, I respected the minister a great deal. He's a terrible loss. You wanted to become a banisher? Why didn't you? I got married instead. Came to New England. Ruined everything. Tell me about folk round here. A vast subject that requires, perhaps, a more specific question. Tell me about Governor Haskell. A man like me does not get to know a man like him. He is a man of faith. We all trust him. That's all I can say. Tell me about Lamentation Haskell.
Lamentation.
Nice boy. Very secretive. I do not understand the things he says. Fortunately, he does not say them to me. How about you? How are you feeling? I've not been asked this in a long time. I am feeling a bizarre conflict between faith in the Lord and sheer unholy terror. Have you noticed by chance any strange behavior hereabouts? Our village has suffered much loss of late. Many of my neighbors have seen the disease take their loved ones. They get sick, and you never see them again. Maybe you hear them moan as you pass their house, but then the moaning stops. In times like these, pray tell, if a person was behaving strangely, how could I possibly tell? I'm sorry, but I can tell from the look in your eye that you've someone in mind. Watson, the shoemaker. Perhaps because of illness or through the loss of his loved ones, but whatever has befallen the poor man, he seems to have lost his mind. I'll see you later, Ishmael. Anytime, sir.
Tenemos a dos sospechosos, la de la taberna y el zapatero. Quisiera venir por este lado primero. Yo sé que el zapatero está por allá, por ese otro.
Lammy.
Ah,
Yes?
no había notado que era este mancito.
Good day to you, Lammy.
Good day to you, sir.
Pensé que era alguien diferente.
This is locked from the inside.
Algo que me llamó la atención, though. Ah, no puedo pasar. Fuck.
Give us this day our daily bread. Our bread, not our ale, our bread. Do you want us to starve? I should have the yeast. You know it, Mistress Sparrow. You know it full well.
If you want yeast, then grow your own. Just stick some in a jar and grow it, and you'll have it forever. Now there is none, and it's my fault.
Food is a staple, and drink is a luxury. Give me the yeast.
How many different ways do you need to hear it? Of yeast, there is no more. There is yeast, no more. Yeast? No, no more. There's no more shitting yeast.
You're lying.
You're pricking now, Mr. Cottle, and I am vexed. Go home. Go back to your work. Go to hell for all I care. Just go away. Good day, sir.
Good day, madam.
Mistress. Lucy Barrow, the alewife.
Red McGrath, the Banisher. Alewife, is it? I'd never have guessed from looking at you.
And what does an alewife look like, Mr. Banisher?
She's got you there.
Tell me about yourself, about your work.
What are you, the census taker? I'm Lucy Barrow. I'm earnest, proud, clever. I'm a widow of 41. My husband and I ran a tavern in England. I was the brains, he was... well, he was there. And if you call me Widow Barrow, I'll fetch my shears and dock your chestnuts.
What brought you to New Eden?
Freedom. Prosperity. The chance to watch good Puritan men drink till they are sick, even as they fill my purse. And chestnuts. I came for chestnuts.
Now, I happen to know that the alewife hears stories others don't. So, what's new?
Want a story, do you? All right. Recently, I saw Phoebe Walcott walking strangely. She was hiding something under her coat. I don't know what it was, but she went into her barn, and when she came out, she no longer had it. I've seen her repeat the deed on several occasions. Not that I'm counting, nor that I care.
How's life in the Harrows? As sweet as you would wish?
When is life as sweet as one could wish?
Well, that depends on how you define sweetness.
Sweeter ale sells better, but the sweetness makes it weaker.
Tell me about the governor. Not a big ale drinker, I imagine.
Sadly, no. Perhaps if he had been, he might not have been such an arseworm. He's a man, afraid of me, an educated woman. He pries, comes calling to check the contents of my pot. He's afraid, a scared little man. I am a woman of brains and means, but despite that, nay, because of it, I fear the witch hunt.
What can you tell me about Lamentation Haskell?
I hardly know him. He doesn't talk much. I suspect he's smart, but it's hard to tell. He's a little boy. Adorable, of course, but hardly interesting.
A ver, ¿qué vende
Would you
usted?
be interested in the trade at all?
What do you need?
Ok, musgo de acérico. Velas de la orilla. Cinto morado. Oh, vende varias cositas. Tenemos que ver de pronto qué nos hace falta para subir de nivel algo.
Can I ask, have you noticed anything strange lately? If you have, be sure to tell me.
I'll be sure to tell you if I see anything normal. Strange is the flavour of the hour, the week, the month, and the year. Yet folks still gossip. They're suspicious, aggressive, impatient. Perhaps they hanker for normality. I suppose it figures.
Well, if you hear anything that strikes you as unusual, do let me know. I'll take my leave of you for now.
And I of you.
Ok. La casa está vieja. A ver. Está cerrado. Acá arriba ya venimos. No recuerdo. Ah, está cerrado también. Bueno. Se hizo el mancito que estaba alegando. Bakery. Hasta la casa de esta vieja. Biblia de Perricotel, Mateo 4:4. Buena suerte en Boston. No olvides que creo en ti como tú crees en él. Aspen. Carta de Aspen a Perricotel, julio de 1686. Mi querido Perry, te escribo esta carta para que te la lleves contigo al nuevo mundo y no olvides a esta anciana. Estoy muy orgulloso de ti. A esta anciana. Y luego dice, estoy muy orgulloso. Ok, ya no eres el niño que recogí de la calle, ahora eres un hombre completo y apasionado. Estoy segura de que el nuevo mundo te traerá el sentido que buscas y que serás el panadero con más talento de tu zona. Ah, este era el man que está pidiendo la levadura. La casa del man que está pidiendo la levadura. Sé tan apasionado como lo eres ahora. Claro, porque la otra es tabernera, esto es un bakery, una panadería, una pastelería. Mantén la dignidad ante la adversidad y rinde homenaje a esta hermosa vocación nuestra. No olvides que alimentar a los demás es una misión honorable y que nuestro Señor vela por ti. Visítame un día si puedes, pero sobre todo escríbeme. Te deseo mucha suerte. Aspen. Vamos a la parte de atrás de nuestras casas. Oye, ¿qué es esto? Ah, no, cosas. Y pregunta, ¿qué necesito para mejorar, por ejemplo, este? Necesito poliporo azufrado. Ah, creo que la vieja tenía de eso. ¿Qué necesito para subir este? Ah, no sé si necesita las consecuencias. Poliporo azufrado. Este necesita concreción horrible. Eso sí, no me lo vende la vieja. Cuero y fragmento de hueso etéreo. Y para estas hay algo, musgo de acérico. Oh, puedo mejorarla incluso más. De hueso etéreo, ok. Puedo comprar musgo de acérico y poliporo azufrado. 12. 12, ¿qué es eso? Aquí está.
Mrs. Barrow,
All right.
would you be in...
What do you need?
12. Y del musgo... ¿Cuánto necesitaba? ¿Era musgo de acérico?
Have
No. Musgo. Sí. Uf, pero necesito 70. ¿Cuántos tenía? No me fijé. O sea, necesito 47 y 350, 23. A ver si los tiene. Ey, no se vaya.
Mrs. Barrow, would you be interested in it?
what do you?
I'll take my leave of you for...
And
Ok, necesitamos para mejorar cositas. Sigamos preguntando. Como el bakery. Este era el mancito que estaba peleando por la levadura.
Good day to you, sir.
Likewise. Red McCreath. You?
Perry Cottle, I'm the baker. What are you doing out here in the rustics?
I'm a banisher. I'm looking for ghosts.
Find no ghosts here, sir, nor demons. The governor, in his piety, sees to that.
I envy your faith, Mr. Cottle.
How's that working out so far?
A man can do any number of things with his life. What drew you to baking?
Oh, any of a dozen reasons. I'll not bore you with all 13. That's also how old I was when my parents died. I needed work. The baker needed a boy. He was a hard man. His wife was a pure-hearted woman. Taught me well. 'Tis hard work, but I love it. I love it, dear.
What brought you to New Eden? Were they short a baker?
Elsewhere, folks backslide. Here, we know the value of our daily bread, of God's own bounty. Here, the baker is near in position to a minister.
What's the word around here?
Ah, it's gossip you want. So be it. Recently, as I made my way to the mill, I saw Ishmael Lore sneak into Phoebe Walcott's barn, his arms laden. I don't know what he carried, but since then, he has seemed skittish.
How's life in the Harrows? Does it taste sweet now? Or does it taste bitter yet?
Life in the Harrows, sir, tastes like hard work. And so it bloody should.
What can you tell me about the governor?
Pious man of great eloquence. He likes a sour loaf, fresh from the oven, so warm the butter melts right through. I trust him completely. He's devoted, he serves his congregation, diligent and mindful, just like me.
What can you tell me about Lamentation Haskell?
He seems a good boy. Peculiar. Not the brightest. He's not like his father. No, not at all.
Have you noticed anything strange lately? Changes in demeanour, odd comings and goings?
Lucy Barrow goes picking plants. All furtive like. I've seen her. I've watched her. She puts them in her strange concoctions. Won't tell me what's in there. Maybe she'd spill it to you.
Thank you. I'll look into it. I should go.
And I must work.
Lucy? Surprising. I'm curious to hear her take on all this.
How are you, Mr. Bachelor?
I do not need the services of a heretic today, and nor do the people of New Eden.
He seems pleasant.
Lo bien.
What does a teacher do with no kids to teach?
Teaching, sir, takes preparation. At some point in the future, the roads will open and the children will return, and I, sir, shall be prepared.
Why didn't you leave with the kids?
For some time I wished I had. Watching the children walk away near broke my heart. For many weeks I was lost. But the Lord had other plans for me. I know it now.
And they are?
You shall see for yourself soon enough that you may bear witness.
What news around and about?
I'll make no report to a troublemaker like you.
Gonorrea.
Seen anything strange of late?
Do you speak of the disease eating at the fabric of our fair community? We've sealed the well, closed homes and houses, and said our prayers. It has not worked.
No me digas.
Apart from that, have you noticed anyone behaving strangely? I have to ask.
I have seen the alewife, Mistress Barrow, lurking by the well, hands in her pockets clutching at her herbals. And as I think of it, before his house burned down with his wife and brother in it, Caleb Watson and the alewife had a sharp exchange of words. 'Twere as if she'd cursed him. If there is a Harrows witch, I'd start looking there.
I'll steer you away from the idea that the alewife is a witch, but I'll look into it all the same. I must take my leave of you, sir.
God keep you, for I shall not.
Este mano ni de puta.
Caleb Watson. We keep hearing that name.
Let's pay him a visit. Mistress Barrow, can I speak with you?
All right. Speak.
Can I ask you something?
You may.
It is delicate. You're the subject of certain rumours. Did you know this?
What are you talking about?
They say you wander the woods, alone.
So?
They say you burned someone's house down. Revenge, they say.
They say that, do they? They talk, Mr. McCraith, while I work. They'll drink my ale, let 'em talk. Are we out of rumours now? Or are there more?
They say You put herbs in the ale?
Amongst other things, yes. You'll note that they also drink the ale. And don't you believe everything you hear.
I'll take my leave of you for now.
Have a good day, sir.
I doubt she's who we're looking for. There was another name, Caleb Watson.
The governor's speech was so inspiring. As always. A shame he was so rudely interrupted.
A shame indeed. Maybe we should go home now. Are you ready?
I'm ready when you are.
Good day to you both.
And a good day to you too, sir. And wasn't that quite the entrance you made? You'll be the talk of the town.
So, what brings you to our wee corner of the world?
The governor bade me make the rounds. He suspects evil doing.
If it's evil doing you're after, you may turn around and hurry back to New Eden Town.
I met your partner there, the woman. It seems like a lifetime ago now. May God hold you and protect you in your grief.
Now, if you'd excuse us, my sister's not feeling well and we must hurry home.
When I met Elizabeth in New Eden Town, she seemed healthy.
Dear Eve, I didn't catch your names.
God be with you in your terrible pronunciation. Mary Claire O'Hara. This is my sister, Elizabeth.
I'm no healer, but I'll help if I can. Do you have plants as need gathering? Something to ease the pain?
All the meadow sweet and vervain in the world will not help this fever, I fear.
We need no help from the godless. Thank you very much.
Our faith guides and protects us.
From where comes the fever?
A bad cut that's spoiled. 'Tis not your concern.
She's dangerously sick. Either she doesn't know it, or she knows it and is hiding it.
It was pleasant to meet another Gale. Where in Ireland are you from exactly?
We left Clarenbridge for Boston many years ago.
How's life with the English?
We're all the same saints under God, sir. And we too are New Englanders now. After 7 years in service, we've earned our place here.
What do you do around here?
We raise livestock, or at least we used to.
We lost it all to the witch's curse. And the curse still stands, does it not? Banisher.
What happened to the farm?
Sickness took Elizabeth's sheep. And I can weave nothing without wool. And now you really must be going. We'll take up no more of your time. I insist.
I'll let you rest, so. Slan live. Goodbye to you.
Would you pray with us, Mr. McCrate?
Elizabeth.
God hath numbered my kingdom. Whatever my sister may believe, I've not long now. Please, pray with us.
I surely will, if you wish it.
Pray for healing, Mr. McCraith.
No, pray for peace.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
May the road rise to you, Elizabeth O'Hara.
Worry not about me. I'll be in heaven long before the devil knows I'm dead.
Elizabeth O'Hara, don't tempt him. God be with you, Red McCrae, and a good day now. Banisher.
Ladies, if you've any hearsay to share, I'd like to hear you say it.
Fools and sinners chatter. The wise and good hold their tongues.
If only Hugh Batchelor would follow God's word on that.
Why?
His fool's babbling cost him his sister and his faith in no particular order, yet still he gibbers on.
That's quite enough.
Noticed anything strange around here of late?
Strange? A fine word for the devil's work. I call it evil. Look around you. The harrows are dying.
Our flock took sick. Every last animal dead. Ram, lamb, and ewe.
Then the people took their turn. Many of our neighbours are with the Lord. At least, that's where we hope they are.
If there's witchery afoot, I'll need help finding the culprit. Do you have suspicions you'd care to share?
Well, Caleb
otra
Watson
vez.
lately talks to himself. And if you interrupt him, why, he's as rude as a goat. And he was such a well-mannered man, too.
Lord forgive me, but I don't like him. The man has stopped washing. He reeks.
Interesting. Thank you. Slan, so.
Banach Gialat, sir.
Ah, the famed and famous Banisher, the one and only
sí,
Red
vato de-
McWraith.
Have we met?
I was at the meeting house. You've got guts. I like that.
Thank you very much.
Ooh, politeness gives me the shits. I'm Phoebe Walcott. I buy and sell. Now then, what's your pleasure?
Have you been trading in New Eden long?
Forever and a day, your Highlander Highness. I belong to this land, body and soul, and can no longer tell where I end and it begins.
Really?
Huh? Of course not. Don't be so gullible. Life makes more sense to the cynic. Sense of humour won't go amiss, neither. Folk here are too grim to notice how charming and funny I am.
Okay.
8 years, if you must know. Of the third settlement, I was one of the first to arrive. And look how far we've come since.
What can you tell me about the community here?
Like whom?
I bet you tell me what you know of Governor Haskell.
That kind man. He's been so good to me. He's all vapour and bounce.
Lammy Haskell. Any thoughts about him?
Him? He's so deep in his father's shadow you'd barely know he were there.
And how are you?
I'm doing my best to bring a little joy to the world. What with all the gloom.
And how's that going for you?
Badly.
A ver, ¿usted qué vende?
May I see your wares?
I'm a shopkeeper, aren't I? Yes, you may see my wares.
Estrella de la suerte. Derrotar a un enemigo con los ataques cuerpo a cuerpo aumenta el daño de la siguiente manifestación a un 70%. Piedra de Carrica. La obtención de puntos espirituales aumenta un 30%, pero el enfriamiento de las manifestaciones aumenta un 30%. Da un montón de daño de destierro. Obtención de puntos de destierro. Lágrima de Orfeo. Golpear a un enemigo con una manifestación aumenta el daño del siguiente ataque ligero. Y del ataque pesado en un 50%. Eso está interesante. ¿Qué es esto? Escondite de las dos rocas. Mapa encontrado en un campamento. Minero. Marca un punto entre dos grandes rocas. Interesante. Entonces ya tenemos poquitas cosas. ¿Será que compro esto? Comprémoslo. Y golpe un enemigo con una manifestación. Me interesa porque da daño de destierro esto. Daño bloqueado y ahorita le da resistencia. Interesante.
So, have you noticed any strange behavior of late?
Apart from my own? Yes. So much so that now I am almost normal. Caleb Watson, for example. Now he, my friend, is really strange.
Is he now?
He used to be such a nice man. Now he's aggressive and he smells like the Christmas cat at Easter.
Where can I find Caleb Watson?
Well now, seeing as he's our cobbler, you'll find him in his workshop.
Till we meet again.
You mind your good self, do you hear?
Ok, vamos a confrontar a el zapatero.
It's justice. Start anew. Shite on these people. They can't hurt us. But how could you make him kiss it again?
Oh there. Are you all right, sir?
We're closed. Oh, now. Out with you. Leave. Leave.
I can tell from your sunny demeanour that you won't mind me asking you a couple of questions. I'm Red McCraith. I'm a banisher. I'm searching the area for evidence of witchcraft. And you, I can tell, are itching to help me.
Show your shiting shapes, goose peddler. No witches here. Only myself, Caleb Watson.
Tell me a tale. What have you heard round about lately that might be of interest?
Gossip's for shite bags. Not being a shite bag, I don't gossip.
The governor bade me make the rounds. Is anyone acting strange?
Why would he ask you that?
Everyone keeps secrets, and I have a talent for uncovering them.
I ain't got no secrets. I ain't done no wrong. Search me house if you don't believe me. See for yourself. And when you're done, if you're any kind of man, you'll come back here, doff your cap, apologise, then shite off and never come back.
If you're looking for someone acting strangely, I think you've found your man.
I'll be leaving you alone for now.
A man content with his own company is never alone. You hear that? Good one, right? It's ours anyway. Should have been ours since the beginning. You know it's true.
What the fuck? Morosidad, señora Walcott. Te escribo para recordarte amablemente la factura pendiente de la reparación de tus botas. La morosidad no beneficia a nadie. Debes saberlo y no es la primera vez que me dejas colgado. Tal vez serías tan amable de saldar tus cuentas una mañana antes de abrir tu botella. A pesar de tus palabras soeces, sigo siendo tu amigo, Caleb Watson.
Fascinating. Does each citizen have their own?
What do you think?
2 of them are missing. Alexander and Ruth Watson. Family?
Nota de cita anónima. Estimado señor Watson, respondo a su carta sobre mis capacidades. Me complace saber que compartimos los mismos intereses y sería muy agradable poder reunirme con usted para hablar del tema. En efecto, me gustaría saber más sobre el alcance de sus conocimientos y sus capacidades técnicas. Sin embargo, si es posible, me gustaría reunirme con usted en un lugar tranquilo y apartado, lejos de quienes se dedican a montar escándalos, pues sé que la obra de un artista puede despertar emociones, sobre todo si no se comprende correctamente. La gente no suele ser objetiva y no quisiera que esto empañara la profesionalidad de nuestra entrevista. Espero tener noticias suyas pronto. Atentamente, amigo y compañero artesano. Agradecimiento del gobernador. Estimado señor Watson, por lo presente me dirijo a usted personalmente para agradecerle su diligencia, aplicación y duro trabajo en la construcción de un nuevo futuro para la compañía. El dominio de un oficio es, como estoy seguro de que usted sabe, un signo de piedad y, tan cierto como el día sigue a la noche, un pueblo de feligreses bien calzados es un signo seguro de la prosperidad del Señor. Con mis más sinceros saludos, su excelencia Fairfax Haskell, gobernador de New Eden.
This is wrong.
We need to find the key to open this.
Wrong, I tell you.
Medallón de Caleb Watson. Medallón encontrado en la zapatería que Caleb Watson lleva a grabar las iniciales RW y contiene un mechón de pelo rubio. Se encuentra en muy mal estado. Carta de amor de Caleb. Ruth, he considerado durante mucho tiempo la posibilidad de enviarte esta carta, ya que puedo imaginar lo mucho que te hará sufrir, pero creo que una omisión de la verdad es una mentira a los ojos de Dios y por tanto un pecado. Aunque fingir que no pasa nada sería más difícil para todos nosotros. Alexander es infiel. Ve a rameras a tus espaldas. Ya está, la verdad salió de la luz hace tiempo que conozco la depravación de Alexander. Puede que sea encantador e ingenioso, pero su alma es impura y Dios lo ha rechazado. No importa lo que el pueblo quiera decir de ti. Sé que eres una... Iba a decir, sé que eres una puta. Sé que eres pura. Conozco tu alma intacta, brillante y piadosa. Admiro tu gracia y la pureza de tu corazón que se revela en tus palabras y en tus actos. El mundo se desvanece en torno a tu presencia y mi amor es cada vez mayor. Mi casa está siempre abierta para ti, querida Ruth, al igual que mi corazón, Caleb Watson.
Being courted by two brothers at once rarely ends well.
Personal experience.
Don't go there.
Fear not. You'll bugger off soon. They both will.
Both. Ya de la puerta.
Hugh Batchelor said Lucy Barrow cursed the house and it burned down.
The house burned down, and I suspect the rest is nonsense.
What's this? It's not metal, not wood. Bone. It's bone. Lovely.
Nota fúnebre anuncio. Hoy, tras sus muertos, se procede a celebrar los funerales de Alexander Watson y Ruth Watson, la esposa y el hermano del fabricante de zapatos, Caleb Watson. Ambos murieron trágicamente en el incendio de la casa de los Watson y fueron enterrados con dignidad en el cementerio ante Caleb, sus amigos y sus vecinos y ante los ojos del Señor. A Ruth se lo recordará como una esposa dedicada y como una presencia amable y bondadosa en nuestra compañía. A Alexander se le recordará como un hombre conflictivo, a menudo alcohólico, que causó vejación y se entregó al pecado, pero que se redimió en el último momento cuando se aventuró en las llamas en un esfuerzo inútil por salvar a su cuñada. Rezamos por su aceptación a la derecha de Dios.
Ishmael Law said Watson lost his wife and brother.
He's surely haunted, but where's the ghost?
Retrato de habitante. Alexander Watson murió intentando salvar a su cuñada Ruth de una casa en llamas.
I think we need to talk to Caleb Watson.
Fear not. You'll bugger off soon. They both will. You done enough sniffing? Tired of the smell of your own ass?
Hostia puta.
You said you had no secrets. That was a lie, am I right? Everyone has secrets.
I can smell your secrets from here, mate. A pox on you. And a pox on your questions, too.
You'll not take him head on. You must take your time. Outflank him.
There's burned debris out back. I found bone in it. Where does it come from?
You must have little business if you spend your time sifting through my rubbish. It came from the house. Probably.
I read your letter to Ruth. It's clear you loved her. Were you telling the truth about Alexander's infidelity?
My name is Caleb Watson. And before God and all present, I swear that the letter I wrote to Ruth was a load of shite. Lusting for his beloved Ruth, I set out to ruin Alexander's name, 'cause I'm a greedy little prick.
You're frank. You don't sound like you regret it, though.
No. The past's the past. Dead and buried. My brother is but a lingering memory.
It was terrible what happened to your wife and brother. Might have helped if you'd mentioned it. You must be grieving. Do you mind if I ask where they're buried?
Shite on me shite bag brother, and shite on you too. They're both deep in the dirt up at God's Acre, and I'll speak no more of it.
What's going on at God's Acre, Caleb?
Shite off with your God's Acre, and good riddance to both. God's Acre concerns you not.
You need to tell me what happened here. Stop hiding.
Nothing happened. Buried all. Quiet, you. And you can shite off, taking your nothing happened with you.
Para ganársela, Caleb Watson puso a Ruth en contra de su hermano. Los hermanos Caleb y Alexander Watson estaban resentidos entre ellos.
Whatever happened, it happened at God's acre.
Vamos para el cementerio. ¿Qué tan lejos está el cementerio? Está en puta mierda con Quinta. Pues bueno.
Something's nearby.
Where is it?
Thoughts on Caleb?
You first, young man.
Talking to Caleb felt like talking to a group. I'm thinking possession.
Possession is plausible, but the clues are confusing. We jump to no conclusions. Instead, we gather proof.
There's a lock. I'm gonna need a key. God's acre?
God's acre.
Está como por acá arriba. Le alcanzo a dar.
Too heavy to lower from your side.
¿Será que desde acá sí le doy? Sí.
Here we are. Let us find the graves of Alexander and Ruth, and whatever got Caleb acting so strange.
Someone's been doing some undertaking.
In New Eden, there's much to be done.
Have some of this.
Ay, ay, ay. Uy, 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 uy.
Ready and waiting.
Reinforcements.
That spectre's looking for our bodies.
Away with you. Grave robbers.
Yes, but what exactly were they stealing?
Una subida.
We should search this place more thoroughly.
Get lost, won't you?
Decoys to distract wayward specters. Rudimentary. Someone's had a little training.
Ni que cabía algo por revisar que era.
Ruth Watson. There's another grave beneath it.
El granjero. Ok, tiene que haber un cosito de cerca. Que creo que es el coso morado que había por acá. Wait, ¿dónde es el coso morado? ¿O era ese el coso morado? Ruth Watson. Esta vieja mencionó la tumba de la vieja, pero no se veía nada.
Get lost, won't you?
You're in its sight, friend.
Have a bit of this.
Here did lie Alexander Watson, until someone took him.
Well, they made quite the mess. Perhaps the decoys may show us the way.
Follow the path. Don't get too close.
I'll try.
Y hay un disco, yo creo que no ahorita.
I said don't get too close.
Kiss for you.
Demonology. I should have known.
Eso que se escucha al otro lado. Ajá. Perfecto.
What in God's green hell is this?
Fight now, talk later. You shouldn't stay in there. This isn't over yet. It's about to strike.
Watch it. That harvester switched form.
Physical to spectral. They do that. They never learn, do they? It's up to no good.
Ah.
Don't just stand there. Move.
There's more of them.
Crows incoming.
Igor Mortis. Daño manifestación. Duración del tejido. ¿Qué es eso? Persistencia. que es la persistencia. Aumenta los puntos espirituales de Antea. Ok, ¿y este qué me da? Golpear a un enemigo otorga con una manifestación, otorga 7 puntos de destierro.
In these lands, what a surprise indeed. Shrines now, with bones.
It's like Lady Blackwood's boudoir around here.
Should we take a glimpse at the past?
Did you feel that?
It's close.
Un pergamino envejecido, manchado y descolorido, con las instrucciones anotadas para el encantamiento del palingénesis menor. Un poderoso ritual de resurrección. ¿Resurrección?
What is this?
It's a chant.
Oh, there, fella. You're nasty, aren't you?
Nasty, yes, but also shoddy. It's very poor work. It looks like a butchered version of the ritual of lesser palingenesis.
The ritual of... that ritual? The one that brings someone back? That ritual?
Yes, that ritual.
Escucha.
Himi sho marhunianish.
Confetti.
As flesh unto verb, as verb unto heart, as heart unto flesh. Death's knot is unsevered, and I shall cut it.
Down, boy. Yes. Come to me, Ruth. Come to me, my love. Come back to me.
Caleb Watson invoked a ghost without a body for it to inhabit, so it took his. Caleb is no longer Caleb.
He got the wrong ghost too.
He used pieces of his wife and also of his brother.
Ruth, Alexander, Caleb could be any combination of them in there.
Let's go find out which.
Caleb, el zapatero que le intentó poseer a la mujer que amaba solo para acabar. Intentó poseer a la mujer que amaba solo para acabar poseído por el hermano al que odiaba. What? Caleb Watson intentó volver a la vida de la esposa de Ruth, pero acabó poseído. Alexander Watson murió intentando salvar a su cuñado Ruth en una casa en llamas. Interesante. Vicentillo. Por acá vinimos ya, creo que no. Ah, no, mentira, sí, por aquí fue que subimos para venir al al cementerio como tal. Podemos camino de irlo a confrontar. Desde acá podemos tumbar el puente. Bien. Wow. ¿De dónde? Ah. Falta.
Reinforcements!
Okay. Forma de subir por acá. Acá ya me alejaría bastante. Estamos cada vez más cerca del eneldo. Podemos ir por el eneldo luego y devolvernos al pueblito ese. Está liderando Newsmith. Por aquí, por aquí. What the hell? Eso. Otro cosito. Granjero. ¿Dónde era que estaba el coso este? Por acá.
What is lurking here?
Time to work, Banisher.
Ah, ya está el...
This is cursed, no doubt.
Me falta uno. Okay. Luego lo buscamos. Vamos a confrontar a Caleb. Y de paso a sacrificarlo porque por ese man ya no me puede dar nada. Así que con eso vamos a tratar de seguir con nuestro pues de volver ante a la vida. Algo acá. Interesante. Hola. ¿Fue esto lo que cayó? No, ¿cierto? Wow, no sabía.
Try this on for size.
Cosas por acá. Wait. Ah, sí, por acá ya pasó. Okay. Victory.
How sure are we that the ritual will work?
Caleb's work was poor. Your work will be good. Cold feet?
No. Not now, not ever.
The ritual shall work, and all shall be well. I promise.
Hush now. All is well. Nothing bad will ever come to us again. Shite off.
We've been to God's Acre. Quite a tale it told us. You're not Caleb, are you? Or at least not entirely.
Ah, can't fog you. Alexander Watson. Long tale short, Caleb tried to bring his dead wife back. And I live here now.
So many questions. Where to even start?
He was trying to bring his wife back. How did you end up in the mix?
Caleb made a fine cobbler, a poor brother, a worse husband, and a truly terrible witch. The ritual went to shite, because, of course it did.
Do both of you share Caleb's body?
Share? No. This house of flesh is mine. But because I am a generous man, I allow my brother to live in the cellar. We were twins. I was the rotten half, they said. But who's the rotten half now? There's something else you should know. If you don't know it already. I'm not alone. I completed the ritual. My darling Ruth is in here too.
Caleb was no saint, but this is hellish grim. Does he deserve it?
Aye, he does. And it's not like I killed him. He's alive in here somewhere. Watching me ruin his name. He can hear me now. Destroying his reputation. As I had to hear him destroy mine when he painted me a fornicator.
How nice.
He took our love, Ruth and mine, and killed it. Now our love's reborn, and he can do naught but sit and watch. Caleb was a cad. Shite on him. Let him suffer.
You died trying to save Ruth from a burning house. True.
True.
I'm sorry. There's an awful way to go, and so young too. You deserve better.
We deserved better, and now we have it. And with it, Caleb gets to make amends. For he did nothing. He stood and watched us burn. Caleb's name was ruined then. We're just putting the boot in.
You used the ritual to bring Ruth's spirit into Caleb's body. Why?
Love moves a soul to strange endeavors. We deserve a better life. I set myself to claiming it.
I understand your anger, more so your desire. But what of Ruth's? Did you consider what she wanted?
Caleb stole a life from me, but he also stole Ruth's voice. She shrank beneath him. Of course she wanted a second chance at life.
I'd like to hear this from Ruth. May I please speak with her?
No! We've carved ourselves out a little happiness at last. I'll not have you break it. Please, leave us alone. Give us this.
We need to speak to her, one way or another. If he won't tell us anything, perhaps the house Ruth died in will.
You're well placed to see what goes on around here. Help me out. Have you seen anything noteworthy?
I've made a point of keeping people away, but I seek things. And I take note.
Lammy Haskell. Any thoughts about him?
The Haskell boy? What about him? He's weird. Talked with Caleb about nonsense. Both of them were full of shite.
What's your take on the governor?
My brother gave him the glad hand act, and the governor lapped it up. Haskell's opinion of himself is far too high. To win his favour, you need only prop him up. He dragged my name through the dirt. Shite on him, and his so-called eloquence. What use is a silver tongue when your heart is yellow?
Tell me about folk here. Who stands out for you? What think you of them?
What think I of they who shunned me? Gulled by my black-mouthed brother? What think I of malicious fools for whom I had to die to be redeemed? I'd say a curse upon them. But 'tis too late. The curse has already come.
How goes the settlement, would you say?
It's going to hell in a shitting handcart. Not that I care, mind. But there's sport in guessing who shall live and who shall die. Hope they find that witch, though. Can't have witches about the place doing the devil's work.
Como medio raro que ahora sí me salga esa opción de conversación.
Alone?
Not really.
Not really. Hush now. All is well. Nothing.
Pista. Ok. Fantasma Alexander Watson se poseyó en el cuerpo de Kale para ver finalmente su relación amorosa con su cuñada. Oh, por Dios.
Bad will ever come to us again.
Ruth and Alexander are having an affair in her husband's body.
I can't find an angle with that. Isn't it just plain wrong?
Something feels wrong. Something about Ruth. If we find the ghost tie, we can talk to her.
¿Dónde? Uf, pero ¿cuál es la casa quemada? Encuentra la casa incendiada. Vimos una arriba del todo, ¿no? Al otro lado. Esto.
The house that burned down. The roof fell in with them inside.
There's a lot of debris.
¿Por dónde? Entra una manera de entrar a la casa.
Red, I can't manifest anymore.
¿Puedo tumbar esto? No. ¿Cómo puedo entrar a la casa? Vi que había un camino por atrás. Pero... ¿sí llego?
The ghost walls feel far away from here. Just one keeps me from manifesting. Fancy knocking it down?
Ok. Estaba... Acá.
Anytime.
I believe you may cross here if I blast a way through.
Diario quemado de Ruth. Caleb y yo hemos tenido otra discusión esta mañana. He salido a pasear y le he pillado sollozando en el jardín cuando volví. Se ha disculpado, pero eso también me ha molestado. Es amable y romántico y escucha bien, que es por lo que me casé con él, pero a veces me siento incómoda. Él es mi marido y yo soy su mujer, una mujer a la que amar y no un icono al que adorar.
Ty must be nearby.
Libro de las aves incompleto, un hermoso compendio ilustrado casero de las aves de Nibide, incompleto con plumas encontradas a juego con dibujos. ¿Completo? No del todo, faltan plumas en 2 páginas, el cuervo quebranta hueso y la gaviota argent.
This work shows real sensitivity. Caleb?
Maybe. Not Alexander. I suspect we've just learnt a little about Ruth.
Encuentra el vínculo. Se refiere. Aquí adentro. Ah. Hostia puta, el corazón de Ruth Watson. Corazón humano podrido que alguna vez perteneció a Ruth Watson. Este vínculo está impregnado con la esencia de su fantasma. Tras realizarse una resolución y romper el enlace del fantasma con el mundo, Antea consumirá inmediatamente esta esencia para volverse más fuerte.
Of course. Ruth's heart binds them like a bushel of rotten corn.
What do you have there? Stop right there, you rank rump! Whatever you found, it ain't yours!
You buried Ruth's heart in the ashes of the house that killed her. I find that odd.
You, a ghost, went digging in the ashes of a dead woman's house. You're ill-positioned to call me odd. Don't think I haven't felt your presence before.
Stow your tongue while I speak with Ruth. Ruth, can you hear me? Can you speak?
Puck off and die! I'm in charge here.
No. Hush ye, Alexander. I'll speak. I'm Ruth. I hear you.
I'm Antea Duarte. We're here to help.
Oh, I'm glad. Please, end this nightmare. Help me.
Go to hell in a bag of shite. We're fine. And you have not the right, you hear? You've not the right.
Está obtenida. Ruth Watson quiere librarse de Caleb y Alexander. El fantasma Alexander Watson ha hecho reinar Ruth dentro del cuerpo de Caleb. Ok. Sí.
Have you falach tuli?
No more does he silence me. We may speak. Help me, please.
Who taught Caleb the resurrection ritual?
To say it was taught would mean he'd learned it. He read it off a page. As a sorcerer, Caleb makes a fine cobbler. Thing about Caleb, he was a good listener. As he worked, clients would bend his ear. The Haskell boy, for one. As Caleb pinned the governor's shoes, young Lammy would talk magic. Nonsense, really. But Caleb was listening.
Wait, Lammy Haskell gave Caleb the resurrection ritual?
After Lammy mentioned the ritual, Caleb became obsessed with it. He begged. Lammy, in his misplaced generosity, gave it. Caleb was intent on dark work. Lammy furnished written instructions.
Caleb's letter changed your life. How did it feel at the time?
It tore me in two. I loved Alexander, but I deserved to marry a man who would be true. Caleb seemed decent. I believed he loved me. I thought I'd married the better brother, but I'd married a liar. A liar and a devil. And yet, not even he deserves this. No one deserves this.
How did Caleb treat you?
With adoration. I was an idol, worshipped, yet unloved. He was the sculptor and I was the statue, smiling down, unmoving from my pedestal with nothing to say. Now I'm sewn into a festering sack with the quivering remnants of my husband and the angry ghost of his dead brother. Please, let me out.
Retrato de Ruth. Ok. Es hora de la resolución.
Ruth, your husband Caleb's botched resurrection ritual brought you back, but allowed his brother Alexander to take you hostage.
Once we deal with the Watson brothers, you shall be free to ascend.
Do what you must. I'll suffer it if it leaves me free to go.
No! We can stay. Please, Ruth, let us stay.
Look at you. You're counterfeit, a sham of a thing. Your so-called life is no life at all. Caleb lied and stole your love. But when the time was right, you lied and stole his body. We're ending this nonsense now.
A verga. Dar ascensión, desterrarlo o condenarlo. Sacrificarás al colono con ritual de condena. Es el que necesitamos para que resucite esta vieja. Esta sería desterrar forzosamente al fantasma o ascenderlo. No, esto se va de condenada, parcero. Esto es fácil.
Caleb Watson, you're past saving. We can but grant you the mercy of oblivion.
But what about me? What about Ruth?
Ruth is free to go.
I shall have my rest now. Thank you.
was winning. I was winning.
Subimos de nivel, sí señor. Verga. Uf, qué misión tan larga. Ok, qué misión tan larga. Pasaron muchas cosas, nos tocó dar vueltas por un montón de partes, pero bueno, nos sirvió porque esta misión pudimos condenar a otro para darle más como de esa esencia antea. Pero vamos a dejarlo hasta acá. Ahora tenemos que informar al gobernador por el tema de los casos de presencia donde están el hijo y el gobernador. Por ahí va a pasar también un bonche. Ahí toca ver bien qué es lo que vamos a hacer, porque como estamos viendo, hay casos de presencia donde condenar es la respuesta correcta. Entonces me pregunto hasta qué punto sí deberíamos condenar a todo el mundo. No sé cuántas almas sean suficientes para que Antea resucite como tal. Lo importante es que el ritual de resurrección funciona. Nos acabamos de dar cuenta porque resucita a Ruth y Alexander y eso fue un bollo completo porque habían 3 personas en ese cuerpo, pero funcionó. Así que vamos a ver qué pasa más adelante. Seguramente vamos a tener que hacer algo ahí con el hijo del gobernador. Veremos. Así que nos vemos en el próximo capítulo. Hasta la próxima.